ready?
Sir. All right. How you doing, guys? We're Scubs Incorporated, and we're here today to tell you a little bit about our company and tell you why you need our services.
All right, by show of hands, can I see how many people have actually had a good first day experience? That's actually not too bad. Well, this is how it usually goes. You show up and the receptionist doesn't even know you're supposed to start working for the next 10 days. She then proceeds to take you to your cubicle where you notice that you have a monitor, an internet cable, and also a stapler, but no computer to use to work on. After that, she tells you that you have to read through 4 or 5 hours of paperwork and that she will be back because your boss hasn't even shown up yet. Luckily, there is that one friendly employee that's going to come and introduce herself to you and then decide to take you away on the tour around the office meeting new employees, which completely makes you like everyone hates you and you annoyed everyone. Now, how does this sound? This is usually how first day experience work, and it creates a lot of feelings of overwhelming and also makes you feel like you don't have purpose in the workplace right out the bat.
Now, this is where we come in. Scubs Enterprise's main goal is to fix the onboarding process on the first day on companies. We want to fix the onboarding process on the first day. And the reason is, companies fail to understand they don't put the time or the effort in putting in a proper first day onboarding process. The first day is the most important for a company. The way we're going to do this is by implementing the first day program. The first day program is a way that we're going to create and develop a program specially for your company. The way we're going to do this is by breaking the script. We're going to break the way normal companies think of the first day. We're not going to give you these mundane tasks of read these pamphlets and sit here for a couple hours without doing anything. Let's go meet your coworkers and disturb their work and make them feel comfortable. No, we're going to make sure this is a moment that you will remember. Now, the great thing about our program is that it's customizable. We're going to be looking at your company culture, your business models, and your company mission statement. We will customize this personal first day program for your company. Now, our main goal for the employees to feel is a sense of belonging. We want employees to feel like they belong in your company. That's the main goal. And when we do this, it'll create motivation. Increasing motivation is what's going to cause us to reach our goal of reducing your turnover and increasing your retention. Now, we've been talking about moments, and I'm going to tell you why it's a little bit important. We want to make moments that are defining. A defining moment is a moment that brings you meaning to your life, the moment we remember when we look back. Let's be honest. When we look back at our high school years, college years, we don't really remember the classes. We remember the fun times we went out with friends. We remember those class projects that made us stressful, but when we got that A, it made it all worth it. Now, research has found that information that comes at the beginning of an experience receives more attention and weight. Now, what's the first thing you do at a job? You walk in, you say hi to everyone, you introduce everyone. That's the first time. The first day is the most important. And this is what companies fail to realize. And this is what we're trying to make people realize. Now, we want to show you a company that's actually already implemented this idea into their work, John Deere.
All right, now let's reimagine this first day experience. After accepting your job, you would get an email by the receptionist saying this is where you need to park and this is where you need to be, and how to dress as well. So you're gonna be on time, know where to park, and show up dressed. When you walk in, you're gonna see your receptionist and recognize her by the picture sent in the email. There's gonna be a big screen just like that saying "Welcome Nimrod" or something like that. After that, the receptionist is gonna take you to your cubicle, where you're gonna notice a tall flag, 6 or 7 feet, indicating that there's a new employee in the company. This is gonna create a natural flow of other friendly employees coming by and introducing themselves throughout the day. You will also notice that you've received your first work email, which is actually from the CEO, and it's a little welcoming video explaining the mission statements of the company and a little bit about the values and what the company works toward. The video is probably going to end by the CEO telling you to enjoy your first day experience and hoping that you will be in the company for a very long time. After that, you will also notice that there's a little box gift of a previous invention or something like that by the company, and a little card kind of explaining the story behind it and why people liked it so much back in the day. And the receptionist then will come by and ask you to go on a little lunch with a little bit of coworkers where you can tell them a little bit about your background, and they can also tell you a little bit about the projects that you're going to be working on as a team and part of the company, and also set up later lunch with your boss as well, so you can talk on things. Now, how does this sound? This usually creates more sense of belongingness and also purpose of the place right from the beginning.
All right. So this is John Deere's first day program. This isn't your program. This is customly made for them. They focused on their models and their history of the company. You don't have the same history of them or the same models. Well, that's where we come in. We'll make sure we make one that fits your models and what you're looking for in your company. Now, we've been talking about making people feel comfortable and integrating into the company, and why would that work? Well, we're focusing on the self-determination theory. The theory states there are two ways to motivate people: extrinsic motivators and intrinsic motivators. We're focusing on the intrinsic motivators. But what companies fail to realize is that using extrinsic motivators can only motivate someone so far. Using money, awards, and promotion can only make someone work as hard as they can to reach that goal. Once they reach that goal, then what? With intrinsic motivators, we're making people motivate themselves. There's three kinds of motivators: competency, autonomy, and relatedness. Our company is focusing on relatedness. Relatedness is this feeling of being belonged, feeling that you're part of something important. And that's what our main goal is. To complete this, we're going to encourage integration. Make sure the company feels comfortable. Make sure that people feel like they can integrate into the company. Promote trust. We want people to feel like they belong here. Make people see, hey, maybe I belong here. Maybe what I'm going to do here today is important. Now, why is it going to work? Now let's look at some numbers here. New employees decide whether they feel at home or not in the first 3 weeks of a company. That's pretty good. 4% of a new employee leave a job after a distraught first day. 4% doesn't seem like a lot. But when you have 1,000 employees, 4% is 40 people. That's a lot of people leaving. And 17% of those people said a friendly smile or helpful coworker would have made the biggest difference. We're going to make sure we get that the first day. 9% said they wanted attention from the managing coworker. We'll make sure they get that on the first day.
This is how we plan on achieving the first day experience at every company. We call it the SCUPS procedure. First, we're going to start with initial evaluation. So we're going to go into the company and look at the current business onboarding process. We're going to look over that and make sure that we have checked off all the mistakes they're doing. And then after that, we're going to go in and create a brand new first day program based on the business model and the culture of the company.
Now, you might be a little confused. What is exactly we're going to be doing? Well, let's look at it this way. Let's take a company culture and they focus more on customer satisfaction and making connection with customers. We'll come in and make a whole program for that. Let me give you an example. We'll make the employees shadow an employee as they go out and make sales to show the connections they're making with their employees. This will let them know this is what the company's about, and this is what I'll be doing, and this is why I want to be here.
All right, and our last step is implementation and observation for the next 3 weeks. So what happens is we're going to implement the program right away, and then what we're going to do is observe how the program does for the next 3 weeks, so we can make sure if there's things that we need to adjust based on the motto and the culture, that we do that right away. And then the benefits we hope to see from our service: first off, short-term benefits, which we saw that those are usually more individual benefits. We see increased employee motivation, which is caused by the feeling of purpose right off the bat. Engagement and trust and alignment, which is built by meeting all the bosses and all of the people you're going to be working with in the beginning. And then we also see long-term effects, which are more organizational effects, and that is a higher retention of talent. Right off in the first day, when someone has a good experience, it usually shows that they're going to be in that company for a very long time. We also see a lower turnover rate and boost in business growth, which is indirectly caused by increased employee motivation, because motivated employees always work more effectively.
Now, let's talk about the cost. We're both business people here, and we all understand that cost is the most important thing. As you can see, we'll be charging $88,000 for our services. I know, a little pricey, but let me explain this. The cost of losing an employee in the first year is 3 times their salary. Now, the average salary of someone graduating college is 44,000. 88,000 is not that bad when we're saving you 44,000 if even one person is able to stay past that 1 year because of our service.
All right, and this is how we have decided to evaluate the results of our first day program. First, we want to look at the turnover rate. In the first 6 months, we're looking at employees that have been hired after we've implemented the procedure. This way we can only see the turnover rate for the new program that we're using. And then we're basically doing the same exact thing at the 12-month point because this shows more long-term effects, and it could tell us that the program is going to work, down the path 10 years and 15 years from now, and not just in the first few months.
All right.